I think another thing that sets the MCU and the DCEU apart is how they deal with behind-the-scenes drama. Like, sure, the MCU does have a couple slip-ups here and there, like the Jonathan Majors situation, Tom Holland getting fired, but they always manage to figure something out and get back strong. As for the Jonathan Majors situation, it was complicated at first, but they came to a resolution that they should just replace the character. Now, as for the DCEU, Justice League had to swap out their directors. The new director was a straight-up creep. Thus, Justice League was a cinematic flop. Didn't help that most of the Justice League cast either left or were fired afterward. And then flop after flop after flop, just when you think things can't get any worse, Ezra Miller. And Amber Heard. But hey, it's not all bad. I mean, we still have Superman. Hey, what's the big idea? I want to see his face. I take that back. But I think the killing blow for the DCEU was when Dwayne Johnson tried to conquer DC. Like, legit. Dwayne Johnson legit tried to get James Gunn out of DC. The DCEU was about to revolve around Black Adam, leading up to a fight between Black Adam and Superman. Thank the Lord Black Adam flopped, because Dark Days would have been ahead for DC fans. Here's another thought. Imagine if the MCU just tried to sweep the whole Jonathan Majors situation under the rug. As much as I am upset that Jonathan Majors was booted out of the MCU, I'm glad they didn't just try to sweep it under the rug. As for the DCEU, on the other hand, when the whole thing with Ezra Miller came up, what do you think they did? They gave his ass an entire superhero movie. Like, The Flash failed for a plethora of reasons. The CGI, the cartoonish tone. But the main reason I think The Flash failed is because of Ezra Miller. Imagine if Michael Keaton, Zod, or Supergirl weren't in the movie. Who in their right mind would want to go see a superhero movie where the main star is a cult leader and a clone of Drake? Oh, and speaking of main stars, here's one final thought to close out the video. The Justice League having so much behind-the-scenes drama. Let's recap it a bit. Ray Fisher was essentially bullied by Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon also sexualized Gal Gadot. And Ben Affleck almost fell back into alcoholism. If all of that is happening to the Justice League, then your cinematic universe is screwed. That didn't happen to the Shazam kids. That didn't happen to the Suicide Squad. That happened to the Justice League. Thus causing all of the actors from the Justice League to either quit or be fired. Now, I love DC, but this might be a bit controversial. DC is nothing without the Justice League. Shows like Teen Titans worked because it was their own contained story. But if your cinematic universe of DC doesn't have the Justice League, pack it up, pal.